Okay, let me guess. You decide you're going to build a new habit, you're going to go to the gym, you're going to meditate, whatever it is. You start off super strong, full of energy, and you're thinking, this is it. This time it's really going to stick. But then, well, life happens, right? We've all been there. So today we're going to dive into that exact struggle and figure out how to finally break that cycle.
Most of us get caught in this thing you could call the 30-day failure loop. It's a ridiculously predictable pattern, and honestly, just understanding it is the first massive step to breaking free from it for good. Day one is it's the best. You're completely energized. You feel that surge of potential, right? You're already picturing the person you're about to become. That workout feels amazing. The healthy meal is delicious. The book is open. It feels easy. But then, day 7 rolls around, or maybe it's day 10. A meeting runs late, you're exhausted, you just don't feel like it, and you tell yourself that classic line, just one day off won't hurt. But we all know how this story goes. That one day turns into 2, and before you know it, a couple of weeks have passed and you're right back at square one. And this, right here, is the absolute worst part. It's not even about failing to keep the habit. It's that quiet, nagging voice that creeps into your head, the one that whispers, see, you just don't have what it takes. Maybe you're just not one of those disciplined people. But here is the single most important thing I want you to hear today. That feeling of struggle, that intense, brutal difficulty at the beginning, it does not mean you are broken. It means you are completely 100% normal. Everyone feels this. So, to really get why it feels so impossibly hard, we have to first tear down the biggest lie we're all told, and that we tell ourselves, about what discipline even is. We see these ideas everywhere, don't we? That discipline is just about having incredible willpower, that people who are consistent just want it more than you do, that it all comes from some endless fountain of motivation, and hey, if it feels hard, you must be doing something wrong. That whole way of thinking, it's a lie. It's a total trap that sets us up for failure before we even start because it's built on a complete misunderstanding of how discipline is actually forged. So let's get this straight. Discipline is not some built-in strength. It's not a personality trait that you either have or you don't. That is not the starting point at all. It starts as pure friction. Think of it like that. The first 30 days are nothing but a battle against friction. It's you versus your own comfortable, ingrained patterns. And your job isn't to feel strong. Your job is just to push through that friction day after day. Okay, so why so much friction? What is actually going on? Well, let's look at what's happening inside your own head. Because spoiler alert, your brain is not your friend when it comes to new habits. Not at first anyway. The author Steven Pressfield actually gave this feeling a name in his amazing book, The War of Art. He calls it resistance with a capital R. It's this universal, invisible force that actively pushes back anytime you try to improve or grow. It is literally your brain's natural self-preservation response to any kind of change. And this resistance is so sneaky. It doesn't announce itself. It just shows up as that sudden wave of exhaustion right when it's time to go to the gym. It's that overwhelming feeling of I just don't feel like it. It's the endless overthinking. Or the classic promise you make to yourself. You know what? I'll be way more motivated tomorrow. And this idea, inspired by Cal Newport's work, completely reframes the whole struggle. Our brains are, for the most part, addicted to easy stimulation. Notifications, scrolling, you name it. So when you try to do something that requires real focus, your brain kind of panics. And what you're feeling in that moment, it isn't laziness, it's withdrawal. You're a dopamine addict going cold turkey. So what happens if you can actually push through that withdrawal? If you can get through that initial period of intense friction, well, something really remarkable starts to happen. The entire game changes. It shifts from being about effort to being about identity. James Clear just nails this concept in Atomic Habits. He says we don't rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems. Think about it. On a tough day when you're tired and stressed, you're not going to rise up to some big, lofty goal. Nope. You're going to fall back to whatever is your automatic default behavior. This chart shows that shift perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the first 30 days. Everything you do is based on pure intention. Your internal monologue is, I'm trying to be a person who works out, and it feels like constant grinding effort. But after enough repetition, you cross a kind of invisible threshold. Now, look at the right side. Your actions come from your identity. The thought process isn't I'm trying to, it's this is just what I do. And the feeling? It's not effort anymore. It's automation. Okay, so knowing the why is great, but we need the how. Let's get practical and build an actual, actionable survival plan for those brutal first 30 days. Here it is, 4 dead simple rules to get you through. Number 1, lower the bar. Seriously, your only job is to show up. Don't worry about a perfect workout, just get your gym clothes on and get in the car. That's a win. 2, track your streaks, not the results. The goal isn't to lose 10 pounds in a month. The goal is to build the muscle of consistency. 3, this is the golden rule. Never miss twice. 1 bad day is an accident, 2 bad days in a row, that's the beginning of a new bad habit. And 4, protect your mornings. Win that first hour when your willpower is at its highest, before the world has a chance to throw chaos at you. So, if you can stick to that plan, if you can just survive the friction, you earn the ultimate prize. And it's not more motivation or more willpower. No, it's something way, way better.
Think about it like a financial investment. Those first 30 days of pure struggle, that is the payment. You are paying upfront with your discomfort. But every single day after that, that is the interest you collect on your investment. It starts paying you back, and it compounds over time. I think this is the best analogy for it. Building a new discipline is exactly like trying to push a broken down car from a dead stop. Getting those first few inches of movement, it is just brutal. Every muscle is screaming, you're questioning why you even started. But then it starts to roll, just a tiny bit, and then a little more, and suddenly momentum starts to take over. You're still there, you're still guiding it, but you are no longer fighting its dead weight. That is automation, and that automation, that is freedom. It's freedom from having to have that same debate in your head every single morning. So let's just bring it all home. The first 30 days are not supposed to feel good. They're not about finding motivation, they are about overcoming friction. This whole period is designed to fundamentally change you, to literally forge new pathways in your brain and build a new identity. The process is the point. And that leaves us with the only question that really matters. Will you stay in it long enough to see who you become?